Hello, welcome to Soulprint's Pick Your Crystal for the week of May 23rd, the last full week of May. So, lovely crystals today. We're just going to go with colors. This one is like a royal blue. This one is almost like a fuchsia and a purple. So just take a moment, look at the cards, see which crystal calls to your soul, and understand these are general readings. They may not resonate with you completely or at all. But if not, choose another crystal or perhaps come back next week. Thank you so much for being here. I'm really enjoying doing this, and I'm glad to see that you're enjoying that I'm putting them out. Okay, here we go. Let's start with this beautiful, beautiful blue crystal. It's lovely, lovely, lovely stone. All right, here we go. So you have the Ace of Pentacles. You have the Artist, the Two of Cups, and the Two of Wands. Now, I know a bunch of you are out there going, what in heck is the Artist? I've never heard of that card. Well, in this deck that I use by Matt Hughes, he has added, or the illustrator has added these two cards. And the Artist is a really interesting card because it represents literally the vessel of creation. It signifies mankind and shows when you need to open up to the knowledge that is available if you allow yourself to set aside the distractions. So this is is considered a high arcana card. So you have the Ace of Pentacles, the Artist, the Ace of Cups, and the Two of Wands. So this is a week for those of you who have chosen this beautiful, beautiful blue crystal. This is a week of making a choice with clarity, making a decision. The energy around this is almost like the Fool card, that leap of faith. You are prepared and ready and desirous of bringing to you new beginnings in terms of prosperity and new beginnings in terms of love, your emotions, relationships. So this is a week almost of the beginning of a transformation. It is those first steps that you take. And it is very, very possible that those steps are related to something that would fall into the category of, artistic. So maybe you are an artist and maybe you're ready to start a new painting, or maybe you're ready to pull out the charcoals that have been in the drawer for 5 years. Maybe you are looking to expand something that you already offer. Maybe you are simply looking to bring more art or that energy connected to it into your home environment. You will have the energy and the power to begin this creation, begin this new project. But you have to allow yourself to look away from the day-to-day distractions. So, it's very easy to say, well, I don't have time, or things are really busy, etc., etc. But the reality is that we can always make the time when we determine something is important enough. And I guess this is talking about making a decision that you are important enough to be able to make the time to nurture your soul, nurture the artist in you, nurture the creator in you. And when you take those steps, you are going to activate the universe to bring you new beginnings in Pentacles and Cups. So what are Pentacles and Cups? Pentacle is physical things. It is money. It is tangible assets. It is the physicality of life. And the Ace of Cups is about the emotions. So it's bringing you new emotions. And if you start a project or, return to something that spoke to the artist in you, you would feel those new emotions of satisfaction, of pleasure, of accomplishment, of reconnecting with the soul. And so whatever's going on here, this is an exciting, exciting week for those of you who have chosen this beautiful blue stone, because it really is talking about making that decision to put yourself and your needs first, and simply for a time, block out the distractions of the world, block out the things that zap or drain our energy, so that when we want to start something new, we feel sort of depleted before you have even begun. It's time to set the distractions aside and focus on that creative aspect of you, and look at beginning again, look at starting for the first time, look at expansion. But whatever it is, this week is about creation. It is about giving yourself the permission to start your creative journey. And by doing so, knowing that you are welcoming the Aces of Pentacles and Cups into your life. So when you start this, it's going to bring you a great deal of satisfaction, and it may even bring you some sort of a monetary reward. Lovely, lovely week. So for you artists out there, I guess it's time to get cracking. Okay, this beautiful fuchsia, pinky, purpley stone. We have the Two of Cups. We have the Queen of Cups. We have the Knight of Cups and Death. Okay, so all of you know that death is virtually never literal. Okay, so let's look at what we have. Well, we certainly have an emotional week. You've got the Queen of Cups and the Knight of Cups and the Two of Cups. But these are not bad emotions at all. In fact, the Two of Cups is telling you that you have support. You may even have a sort of a soulmate that is able to help you or guide you or support you. The Two of Cups very often talks about sort of that close relationship. Sometimes it talks about accepting and blending both aspects of yourself, or two different aspects of yourself. But either way, it is a cup indicating support. You're not alone in this. The Queen of Cups is calling to that part of you that is a nurturer, that part of you that wants everyone to feel better and safe and loved. And the Knight of Cups is bringing in that new energy. The Death card is representing sort of like a new beginning in some way. So is it possible that you have decided to reach out in a relationship, reach out emotionally, reach out where perhaps you were fearful that you were going to be too vulnerable? The Queen and the Knight want you to know that there's good news coming. It is happy news. There is a sense of comfort, relief, knowing that you are not alone, knowing that you have the support to go forward as you move through sort of this new transition. And, whether that is a transition that brings some of the past forward, or whether you leave the past and you simply move forward and start again. Certainly if you're looking at a relationship, it's important that you realize and recognize that you have a great deal to offer. A great deal to offer. And you have a lot of support around you to do so. And it's time for you to allow one chapter or time in your life to be put to rest so that you can open yourself up for the new energy and the new emotional experiences. This is a reading that talks about bringing forward the best, the most loving, the most gracious, the most grateful emotions, and knowing that the support is there. So listen, if you're going through a difficult time and you're praying and hoping that something new will come in, something fresh, that this is going to end already, you know, you're going to be able to move past this time, you are being reassured that in fact it absolutely is going to come forward, and you really are going to move forward in time, and you're going to do it with support. Now, for some of you, this support literally may be angelic. This support may be spiritual. For others of you, it is physical. It is a soul mate. For others of you, it is a friendship. It is somebody that you can count on or rely on or who you trust. But the overall tone of the reading is you're going to be moving past a difficult time. Be ready to embrace a new beginning. Be ready to embrace some real nurturing, loving energy. And know that one way or another, you have support in your corner. Okay, and for those of you who chose this deep, almost like a royal purple, we have the Six of Cups, the World, the Seven of Wands, and the Three of Pentacles. So, very interesting. This energy is talking about friendships. It's talking about groups of people. And it's talking about from before, from the past. And perhaps you are looking at seeing people that you have not seen for a while. Perhaps, you know, even due to COVID, where you weren't able to interact with people. Maybe you're going to be able to actually start interacting and broadening that circle. Or maybe you're going to be spending some time reminiscing with good friends and family about some very, very special times. In the process of doing that, in that process of sort of returning to the past, almost so you can let it go or see it from a different angle, an angle that has grown in wisdom as you have grown in maturity, clarity, and understanding. It is going to allow you to lay to rest or put down some of the energy that made you feel defensive, that made you feel you were in this battle on your own, that made you feel you were not understood, you weren't being heard. This energy that was your thoughts going round and round and round, and just really feeling like there was sort of some almost like instability under the ground. It didn't feel solid for you. And it felt that you were always having to explain, always having to justify, always having to, you know, justify what you were doing, what you were thinking, why you were thinking it, why you were doing it. And this is about finally coming to a place where you are going to release it. You are going to bring this cycle to completion. You are ready to sort of make it whole and see it whole. You are able to look at things with the wisdom that comes from age and experience. You perhaps, you know, there was harsh words said or cruel words said that were unjust, or you felt they were unjust. Maybe it's time to let that go, because those words are someone else's opinion. and that is in a weaker place than your own inner truth and knowledge about who and what you are, or who and what that situation was. But this is definitely an energy of sort of going backwards and reminiscing with groups of people or a group of people, coming to some conclusions about the past, being ready to let go of that energy that was making you feel that you had to explain yourself or that you were defensive. It's time to lay it to rest. It's time to bring that whole situation to completion so that you can move on and move forward into a time and a space and a place where you simply feel that you know you. You know you. And you don't need to allow events from the past to continue to intrude into the present, affecting the future. It's safe to let it go. You can let it go. And the world is reassuring you that you are ready. You're ready to let it go. So that very much sounds like a week of some significant healing. So thank you so much for joining me. If any of you out there are interested in a private reading, there is the information in the description box below, where you are also going to find the timestamps for these 3 crystals. I hope you've enjoyed this. Bye for now.